Hi, BrenTech here, where tech is made simple. So Mozilla Firefox has received its first update of 2026, and this latest version upgrade to version 147 rolled out a short while ago today on the 13th of January. So to check we have the update, we head to our main menu, click on Help, click on About Firefox, latest version in bold, 147.0. Now, there's quite a bit going on for this latest release, and just to focus first of all on the security fixes that have rolled out. Now, with 147, we get 16 security vulnerabilities that have been patched. And out of these 16 vulnerabilities, 7 are high impact. So thankfully, there are no critical or 0 days that need to be patched. So 7 high impact, which is rated just below critical. The rest are a couple of mediums and lows, and 16 security fixes have rolled out in total. Now, focusing on what's new in this latest version upgrade. First of all, just to mention a couple, Mozilla says that web GPU support is now enabled for devices with Apple Silicon processors on all supported Mac OS versions, which is a nice move. Mozilla has also improved video playback performance on systems with AMD GPUs by enabling zero copy playback for hardware decoded video when supported, bringing them to parity with Intel and NVIDIA GPUs. So that's hardware specific, so just take note of that. And Firefox now supports the Safe Browsing v5 protocol and is migrating from Safe Browsing v4 to the local list mode of Safe Browsing v5 protocol. So that's a bit of a security enhancement taking place under the hood. Now, the next change and new feature is rolling out progressively. So just take note of that, and it's regarding the enhanced tracking protection strict mode. So if we head into our settings, head over to privacy and security, and if you are using strict in enhanced tracking protection, Mozilla says that users with enhanced tracking protection set to the strict will have local network access restrictions enabled by default. It's mentioned that Firefox will now require users to explicitly allow public websites to access local network resources. Take note, that is rolling out on a progressive rollout. And then just to mention another one, Mozilla says that the browser now supports the freedesktop.org XDG base directive specification. And here's an interesting one. As you may well know, Mozilla has a picture-in-picture player window that can open automatically for a video playing in a tab when the tab goes into the background. I have covered this quite a lot on the channel. But just to let you know now that this is now going to be an optional feature, which I think is a nice move. I like it when we get choice and choices in browsers and operating systems. So if we head to our general page and we scroll down to the browsing section, here you'll see enable picture-in-picture video controls, and now there's a new setting. Keep playing videos in picture-in-picture when switching tabs, which is actually a very handy feature. So this is toggled on by default, as you can see, and if you don't want to keep playing videos in picture-in-picture when switching tabs, you can toggle that off, and I think that's definitely a nice move in the right direction. Now, those are the official new changes and features that have rolled out with version 147. Now, something that's still in an experimental phase, which I have posted on when it was still in preview, in the early nightly preview version, is regarding changing keyboard shortcuts in the browser. Although it's still experimental, you can now customize your keyboard shortcuts, and this has been a highly requested feature for a good couple of years now. So just take note, it's still experimental. It's not officially mentioned in the changelog, but has been made available now with version 147. So if you want to change your keyboard shortcuts, you would just head to your address bar, type in about, keyboard. And here we go. And I think this is a nice move. So you can change and clear. And with Mozilla saying, you can now, and I'm quoting, replace hard to type or hard to remember hotkeys, eliminate conflicts with other software, and create your preferred set, according to Mozilla. And you can change keyboard shortcuts pertaining to File, Edit, Sidebar, Zoom, View, History, Bookmarks, Tools, Browser Tools, Navigation. So you've got a good couple of options here. So if this is something that would interest you, I think this new experimental feature, which is a highly requested feature, is a step in the right direction. So that's already available. So I'm sure in the next release or so, that's going to become a default feature in the browser. So I just wanted to bring that to your attention on a quick side note. And then just to mention a couple of fixes. Mozilla says it's fixed an issue that prevented some Windows users from selecting a tab when the cursor was at the top of the screen and the Firefox window was maximized. So that's quite an important fix. They've also fixed a bug that made HTTP 3 requests containing non-UTF-8 header values time out or fall back to HTTP 2 after a while. Mozilla also says a draggable button can now be dragged if initiated from the button itself. And then if you are a Linux user, for Linux GNOME Mutter users, window and rendering surface sizes have been updated to match the actual pixel grid, so Firefox delivers sharp rendering on fractionally scaled displays regardless of the actual window size. So that's a bit of an improvement for our Linux users. And then lastly, just to mention a change, Mozilla says that Firefox now uses the same quality values in accept language headers as other major browsers. And what this basically does is this change fixes compatibility issues with some servers that incorrectly rejected requests with lower quality values. So guys, that's more or less what's new in Firefox version 147, which rolled out a short while ago today on the 13th of January. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.